Hi everyone, this is Carolyn from o2bstamping.com. If you're new to my YouTube channel, thank you for visiting and welcome. And if you follow me regularly, welcome back. Today I want to share with you this cute little note holder. You can use it with just loose paper. You could put a post-it note in it, or you could also, it would fit some 3x3 cards, so you could do that as well. So I'm going to show you how I made this. And first I want to tell you some of the product that I used in it. So the little friend tag comes out of one of our new stamp sets in the new catalog called Helping Me Grow. Love that. Haven't played with it too much yet, but I can't wait to do some watercoloring with those flowers. And then the other stamp set that I used to make the flowers is called Wild About Flowers, and it's a two-step stamping set. And one of the things that I wanted to show you, hopefully you'll be able to see this okay on the video, is you see these little arrows that have the numbers on them? Well, each set of the flowers goes with its own set of stems. So when you want to use number 1 stem, you look for the flowers that match that. The reason for that is you'll see there's like 4 flowers here, and there's 4 stems to match it, whereas this one only has 3 flowers and this one only has 2 flowers. So you just match up the numbers with the flowers and the buds, or leaves rather, and it'll match up perfect. And it's got some cute different sayings on it, which I always like. It says here, congratulations on your retirement, or congratulations on your new adventure. You've earned it. And then one says you'll be missed. And then an inside sentiment that says, may the very best life holds for you be yours in the days and years ahead. So I really like that. Wild About Flowers. The designer series paper that I've used here is from the pack that's called Affectionately Yours, and here are a few of the other pieces that come in it. Now, this isn't all of them, but you'll get an idea. And these two are actually one-sided, the rest of them are two-sided, and that's because they have this copper foil shiny design on it. I think you can see it shining in the video, and I am anxious to try that with our new copper embossing powder. I think that'll be fun to play with. And then the flip side of this is this design here, and there's a couple others that I've already used up. So we are going to start by grabbing a piece of crumb cake cardstock that measures 9 by 5 1/4. We're going to use our scoring tool. I always have a little bit of a challenge trying to get this into the space where you can see it, but I think this is going to work. And actually I usually start out with the long side, but I'm going to start out with the short side on this project. And take my stylus. I am going to score it at 3/4 inches and again at 4 1/2 inches. Then I'm going to turn it long ways, and I am going to actually start at this side. You'll understand why in a minute. I'm going to score it at 8 1/4. I'm going to score it at 4 1/2, and then at 3 1/4 I'm only going to score it down to that first score line, and then I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to do that same thing at the 5 1/4 inch mark. I'm only going to score from there to the first score line. Okay, we're done with the score tool, and then I'm going to take a bone folder. I'm just going to reinforce some of these folds. Then I'm going to take my paper snips and I'm going to cut from the long side into that first score mark. I'm going to cut here, right on that, cut that one more time, and then here, again only to the first score mark, and here. Okay, then I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to do the same thing on this side, and cut here, here, and here. Okay, now what we're going to do is make the box part where our note cards will fit. You can use several different kinds of adhesive for this. I do not recommend snail adhesive. I recommend either the Tombow multi-liquid glue, sticky strip if you have some, or our new tear and tape. Either of those will work. So you're going to turn it over, so this is the back side, and you're going to put a little bit of glue on each one of these little tabs. Okay, turn it back over, and then you're going to fold those to the inside, fold them up at a 90-degree angle, and then just hold that there for just a minute so that, oh, forgot to tell you one more cut, sorry. So let's put this back out a little bit so you can see it. Okay, so the end that does not have your score line, the other end, you're going to cut off, I always forget to do this, these two side panels. Okay, now you're going to form your box. Sorry about that. So your little tabs go to the inside of the box. Bring these up, make 90-degree corners, and then the same on the other side. Okay, and here you have your box. Okay, I'm going to set that aside for the moment to let it dry and to work on decorating it. So the next thing we'll need is some of our Whisper White cardstock. This piece measures 2 1/4 by 3. I'm going to use Calypso Coral ink for the flowers and Old Olive ink for the stems. I find that doing the stems first work best for me. You can decide that for yourself, and that on this one you're only going to have about a 1/2 inch, maybe even 1/4 inch. Oops, let's get back up into the camera here. Down at the bottom of your stem, and the rest is actually going to be off your paper. Can you see that? Okay, so we're going to come down, bring it down to maybe a 1/2 inch above that bottom line, and stamp. When you have photopolymer stamps as well, you should have a mat underneath it, like a foam mat. I forgot to bring mine in with me, so hopefully this will stamp nicely. And then what I'm going to do is stamp the flowers. Now, let me see if you can see this, barely. Right here, actually there's a better way to do that. I'll show you on here. Yeah. Okay, so on this flower, you see this little bloom right there. It is actually going to go into that little V. And once you get that lined up, then you can kind of turn your stamp a little bit until you get the other 3 flowers lined up with that stem, and that stem. Okay, I don't want to make it sound difficult because it's really not. Okay, so I'm looking for my little bloom, if you can see that. I'm going to line it up with that V, and then I'm going to look and sort of see where everything else is. It's lined up with the stems, it looks pretty good, and stamp. Ooh, turned out nice. Okay, now I'm going to put my stamp pads away, because knowing me, if I don't, I'll put my fingers in them or my project in them, or you know how that goes. So then I'm going to take my Calypso Coral, put some adhesive on the back. You can use, again, you can use your mono adhesive if you like that. I actually like working with the Tombow. Some people don't prefer it, but I'm one of those who likes it. I'm going to put that right here. Okay, and then we have one more element. Get another little small piece of Whisper White. I'm going to use the Friend stamp out of the, again, the Helping Me Grow. And I'm going to use Old Olive to stamp that. I'm just going to put it on this small piece of scrap paper. Then I'm going to take this little banner framelit that comes out of the mini treat bag framelit set. Sorry, I was having a brain burp there. Mini treat bag thinlits set. Okay, it's in this particular set, and I'm going to run that through my Big Shots. I'll be right back. Also, one of the things that I forgot to mention is if you like to sponge, this is an excellent card to just sponge around the frame of this. So here's my original piece. You can see it sponged around there. It's hard to pick up on the video, but it is. So you can do that if you want. I'm definitely going to do it on my banner label. So here we've got the Friends. I'm going to bring out my Old Olive again. If you've never done sponging, you should try it, because it really adds a lot of dimension to your card. It just makes it look a lot more professional. You're just going to sponge around the edges to give it a little extra color. It almost looks like you've got another layer of cardstock underneath it, but you don't. There we go. You see that. It's really not picking up very well on the camera. I'm sorry about that, but you saw me do it, so you know it's sponged, right? Okay, then we're going to take our Designer Series paper. I'm also going to use some dimensionals on the back of my flower, as well as one side of my Friend tab. You're going to see why in a minute. You're going to put that just on that side. It seems like there's just a glare on my everything tonight. I'm not really sure what that's all about, but hopefully you can see this pretty good. And we'll take these off. And I'm going to mount this sort of off to the left rather than center, so that I can add my Friend. Okay, so now you're going to see why I'm only putting one dimensional on it, because this is already on dimensionals, and this end is going to actually be up on that piece. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue on that side just to hold it down some. And we're just going to lay it right across wherever you like, actually. I'm going to line up a little bit. There we go. Okay, then we're going to bring the box back in. Now I do recommend using sort of a heavier adhesive on the back, like monoglue, tear and tape, or what I would actually use if I had it in here with me is the Fast Fuse. That would be my suggestion. I'm just going to lay that down in the center. There. And then I pre-cut these out of just regular white copy paper. You just add your paper, or like I said, you can add 3x3 note cards, or actually maybe even 4x4. Let me see what this actually measures. So it measures, no, not quite. You could do 3.5 by 3.5 note cards, and or like I said, you could actually even put a little. They're a little small, but you could put a Post-it note pack in here as well. So that is my project for today. I hope that you enjoyed that, and if you did, I hope you'll leave me a comment encouraging me to do more of the videos, or just even a thumbs up would be wonderful. I hope that you'll also join me on my blog, which I have a lot of other ideas on my blog. So feel free to stop by again, and hope to see you soon. Thank you.